constructively do. And I understand, some of you are older, you've been living with these personality or communication traits for many, many years, so I don't necessarily expect you to change overnight. On the other hand, and I think there's always a fear, and having spent some time with the leadership team, one of the things that came up was, we just don't want to appear disingenuous. For instance, if I ask you, hey, how you doing, man? You might go, fine, why are you asking me? Well, we have to preface all of this with, hey, we're changing. We're trying to be different at Benning. So if I come to you and ask you how you doing, it's not like the Spanish Inquisition or something like that. I'm asking you because I genuinely want to know about you and care about you. But preface it with, you remember we're trying this new initiative to give more feedback, to be more rich in our communication. So this may sound strange, but I want to know. That's okay. But be genuine and be honest and be candid. So if someone is vulnerable enough to kind of say, hey, I know I'm not good at this courtesy thing, or maybe I know I can be a little vague at times, don't go, yeah, I'm glad you figured that out. Say, hey man, that's a good observation. How can I help you get better? I know it sounds like a Hallmark movie, but folks, it's so amazing that if I went into companies right now, and I do this every single week, and I ask them, what's your single greatest weakness here at brand X? Guess what is the single biggest weakness in every company? Communication. Guess what? Benning is not immune to that. Then the next thing comes, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? One last thing before I kind of let you take a quick break. Why is communication so difficult to accomplish? Kind of going back to that first slide that we kicked off with, everything on this information overload. Think about how many forms of communication you're getting. Just probably while you've been sitting here, you've been getting text messages, emails, phone messages, all on one single device. Plus, you haven't seen some of these people for a few weeks, so you go, hey, while I got you here, let me ask you a quick question. So now you're getting pounded from that direction. Some of you, when you go back to your desk, you're going to have stacks of letters. There's a lot of things going on, coupled with, some of you are younger. Maybe you're new to this thing. Maybe you're new to the organization. So there's maybe some insecurities that you have. Ego. I'm sure no one in here has an ego, but a lot of my other clients have egos. That doesn't mean you're an egomaniac, but nobody likes to be called out for anything. On the other hand, there's also a point where you go, you know what? I'm going to own it. I'm not good at that. There are things in my own organization. I could say, man, I screwed up. My admin, we had something the other day. I said, hey, Rodney, I screwed this up. My bad. But how often do we own our, kind of things that we mess up or screw ups? Poor memory or recall. With all this information, are we able to process things appropriately? Emotions. Are you one that has no emotions, but you tend to hurt people's feelings? Or is it the other way around? You're incredibly emotional and you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And then there's probably the areas of gray in between. Some people are just downright disorganized. That leads to bad communication. And then lastly, training. Folks, this is not the fix-all, doing a training on communication, teamwork, and customer service. But the idea of kind of identifying most of these things you knew already. I mean, I'm not introducing email for the first time, but it's creating awareness. Oh, I forgot that that's what it is. And if nothing else, put that percentage on your piece of paper, 15%. And just remember that the next time you send an email, a text message. Is that hurting me? So what I'm going to ask you to do is, one, we're going to take a break. Number two, before you scatter, how many of you have maybe coins in your pocket right now? Anybody? No. So if during the break, this sounds really strange, I want you to just leave your tips on the table up here. No, I'm just joking. This particular form of a test is a disc. You actually scratch these boxes and it reveals a symbol. You have to scratch it with a coin. So if any of you have your truck like a handful of nickels or dimes or anything, if you can bring them in, just plop them on the table and let someone take a coin, or if you have a bunch in your pocket or purse. That's all you need to do this. So take a break, smoke them if you got them, and then when you
got them.